I wanted to share something that I kind of had a little fun with. There's a fellow back at the CAISO, a guy named Xiaobo Wang. Some of you guys may have met Xiaobo over the years. He's been actually involved in the EIM since its very early stages. He's a hardcore quant. He does a lot of analysis, and he's been there since the very beginning of the evolution of the EIM. And he's just super passionate about EIM and its value proposition and the way it's evolved over time. And if you go way back to 2014, when the Western energy imbalance market first started, right? If you remember, it was just the California ISO and Pacific Core West and PAC East, right? And that was the extent. That was the first. Those are the first legs of transmission that we leveraged together in the EIM. Well, shortly thereafter, we had another really valuable entry with NV Energy coming in. You can see back there in 15. And then we add a little bit more transfer capability, a little more value to the proposition. And then we could see we brought a few more entities in following, brought in Puget and Arizona Public Service, right? Brought in that Desert Southwest and our first Pacific Northwest entrant, now we started really beginning that optimization across a different set of interties into 2016. In 2017, Portland General came on board and brought another piece of connectivity between Portland and PAC West, and another really valuable Pacific Northwest entrant. And then we got into 2018, BC Hydro, the PowerX folks jumped in, and then Idaho Power came in and stitched together another piece of the Western connectivity and brought a whole another diverse set of resources and transmission to the market. We then got into 2019 with Bank jumping in, and Jim, thanks again today for the announcement. We're super appreciative of that, and another key piece of transmission capability and valuable resource portfolio within the state of California. And then we got into 2020 with Seattle City Light and SRP, Public Power, jumping in from the Northwest and also in the Desert Southwest. Huge step forward, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. I think when Seattle joined the market, that was such an important moment for the EIM and really demonstrating the foresightedness up there of jumping in the market. And of course, SRP has just been a super valuable partner through this whole evolution. We then got into 2021, Turlock and PNM jumping in, and then of course LADWP, which just anchors a huge amount of transmission and a remarkable resource base, jumped in. And then of course Northwestern, we've really enjoyed working with Northwestern out there on that part of the transmission system. And I know EIM has become an important part of their value proposition. And then of course in 2022, and certainly close to my heart, seeing Bonneville jump into the Western energy imbalance market, that was just huge. What a great step, and Tucson Electric and Tacoma as well, and Avista. 2022, big year for the Western energy imbalance market. You can just see the additional amount of transmission connectivity that these brought in and resource diversity into the market, just remarkable. And then, of course, here, even in 2023, our first gen-only balancing authority in the Western energy imbalance market with Avangrid. Incredible. And I remember back to the early days, back when they were experimenting with their gen imbalance market inside the Bonneville controller. Very interesting. Finally, a full member of the Western energy imbalance market. And then, of course, Western down the Desert Southwest. And El Paso, the Western energy imbalance market stretching out into Texas, kind of remarkable. And so when you think about this footprint and you think about how far we've come, this is what we've built together as a Western energy community, and this map, this transmission connectivity, and this resource diversity is really the physics that underlies both the economic and the reliability benefits that we've seen through the Western energy imbalance market. And it is, of course, the reason why our central proposition now is to build on this platform and to take that next really important evolutionary step into the day-ahead market. And I think that we've really learned that that evolutionary path, allowing people to go at a pace that's sustainable for them, to learn the people, process, and technology steps it takes to fully integrate, and then to reap those benefits and to be able to convey them to their customers. And I think if we heard today, in addition to the theme of evolution, it was just that across the West shared focus on reliability and affordability and equity, right? These are things that we really have in common.